Okay, now you can stop it.
Oh man.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clarity, Confidence, Clarity, and Clients. Attract your holistic clients and increase your income. So, how many of you would love to attract your clients, increase your income, but to do it in a way that feels aligned with your soul's purpose, not forced or exhausting? Raise your hand or type a yes. All right. Yes, we got it.
Mhm.
And we have somebody coming in. Welcome. Welcome, Mariana. If you would be, please type in where you're calling from and what kind of practitioner you are. And welcome. And who here is ready to start or grow your soul aligned business? If you are ready and you feel it now, not just someday, but now, type I'm ready in the chat. All right, we got I'm ready coming in. Great. And great. Thank you all. And if everybody could please mute. So, what we're going to start, everybody take a breath and feel your breath and feel. And if you want to close your eyes to help you get more centered, more present, close your eyes. If you want to keep them open, whatever works for you. And breathe and feel your breath, feel your feet on the floor. And set your intention to receive what your soul wants you most to receive today. And intend that you are open to allowing yourself to receive that information for your highest and greatest good. And take another breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, feeling more grounded and centered, connected and supported. And everything that I will be sharing today is coming from my 5-step Soul Advantage framework. And it's the same system that I use to help my clients attract their clients and increase their income and build businesses they love. And you can start the slides, Allie, please. And we have Mariama saying greetings, blessings, and grace from Montclair. Thank you, Mariama. All right. So again, you're in the right place if you came for confidence, clarity, and clients, attract your holistic clients, and increase your income. Welcome again. And I also really want to acknowledge you for being here. Whether you're here live or you're listening to the recording, that you are here and that you're listening to your soul's calling. So, congratulations. And I really want to acknowledge you for listening to your soul. And you can go to the next slide. And I invite you to have beginner's mind. So, to be open to new possibilities and insights today. And even if you've heard this 20,000 times or none at all, I really invite you to be that beginner because something may pop for you today and or it may relate in a different way and you may have an insight that you've never had before. And so be open, be the beginner. Okay, next. So today's intention that you're going to discover more about that 5 step framework, the Soul Advantage system. And today, what we're going to be doing is doing 3 of the C's out of my 5 C's framework. So, the first one we're going to be talking about is confidence, and it's releasing that self doubt and stepping into embodied self trust so that you show up magnetically to the clients that need you most. And then there's clarity. And clarity is about making those soul led decisions without hesitation or overthinking so that you are moving forward with ease and alignment. And then there's consistency. It's showing up with purpose and presence and creating a steady momentum that naturally increases visibility, income, and client flow. And by the end, you will be able to see how your soul advantage is going to help you to confidently attract your clients and income. And if you are ready to create a business that feels aligned, sustainable, and true to you, type in the chat, I'm ready. And we got the I'm ready's coming in. Genevieve is ready. Melissa is ready. Anna's ready. Okay. And Pam says, I'm ready. All right. We got the readies coming in. And later in the masterclass, I will be sharing a gift with you to help you accelerate your and grow your business or to start your business. And Allie, you could stop the slides. Thank you. And I really want to share a little bit about my story and how I got here. So, first of all, I am so grateful for the life that I have now. After 30 years of being a licensed clinical social worker, a certified hypnotherapist, and a certified intuitive energy coach, and a certified business coach and consultant, I've had the privilege of supporting thousands of people through the years. And I've been a business owner for over 20 years. And I'm so grateful for my intuitive abilities. I am able to hear, feel, see, and know. And that I combine all of these skills, my counseling, coaching, and intuitive abilities to help my clients to grow their soul aligned holistic businesses and transform their mindset. And I feel so blessed to work with the people that I work with. I am just so grateful to be working with them and to be helping them. But it wasn't always this way. There was a time where I had a full practice as a holistic psychotherapist, but I was feeling this complex feeling of feeling satisfaction that I had a full practice as a holistic psychotherapist. But then one of my clients really triggered me. And I had to set a lot of boundaries with him. And I started feeling all this anxiety and frustration and a sense that I needed to start shifting what I was doing as being only a therapist. I could feel that my soul was calling for more. And put a yes in the chat if you can relate to a client or a patient that really triggered you. And put a yes in the chat if you can relate to knowing that your soul is calling you for more. And we got the yeses coming in. Yep. And then one day, and it was this beautiful, bright, sunny day. I was sitting on my couch, feeling the depth of anxiety and frustration and so many feelings. And I began to cry, wondering what was next for me. And I did a meditation. And in the meditation, I could feel my soul taking me to a deep meditative state, a place where I knew that I needed to say yes to this new path, that I needed to say yes to this new level. And, but I was really scared to say yes. But I knew that if I was to honor myself and honor my soul, that I needed to say yes to the decision to follow this new path and to follow my guidance. And so, after clearing and after making that deeper connection, what I found was a new level of confidence. And I began to get more committed, deeply committed to my mission and the next level of my path. And I received the soul level clarity that I needed to make that decision. And I was guided to the exact mentor that I needed, who had done where I wanted to go, and that I knew would take me to the next levels of my path so that I could have the consistency that I needed to take my business to these next levels. And I found the courage in myself to say yes. Yes to my mentor. Yes to spirit. Yes to my soul. And I'm so grateful that I did. Because since I did, my business continues to grow and expand. I feel different, more confident, more certain. I continue to work through the fears and the doubts that stop me. I continue to keep clearing the limiting beliefs and emotions. And I continue to take the steps to grow my business. And most of all, I am here committed to help you. To those of you who are ready to have the business that you really want, that your soul really wants, and that you're ready to start it or to grow it. And for those of you who are licensed professionals, if you want to pivot or add to your business and practice. And I am committed to help you transform your life by making your best decisions and transforming your mindset so that you can create a thriving, successful, holistic business. And if you know deep down that your soul is calling you to your next level, even if part of you feels scared, type "I'm ready" in the chat. And we got the "I am ready's" coming in. Okay. Allie, can you start the slides again? And we're on slide 4. And congratulations for being ready. So, part of really building that successful, thriving business is really having a brand that's aligned with your values. And what happens in my program, what we do is we take your core values. We help you to be able to get those core values that your business is meant to run on and thrive on. And then be able to help align your values so that you are attracting and magnetic to your soul aligned clients. And you will get a taste of that today. And you can go to the next slide. And this, what for me, my brand, my core values, inspiration, inspired, empowered, and also intuition and spirituality. And everything that I do is based on my brand. And you are the people that I attract because you're aligned with those values as well. And that's how it works. And you can go to the next slide. So let's talk the three minds. So we're all on the same page. Okay, so in my philosophy and in my teaching, I call this my Psych 101 lesson. You have your three minds. And you have your conscious mind, and your conscious mind is the part of you that made that very clear conscious decision to be here now. And I really want to acknowledge you for having that very clear conscious decision because that empowers you. And thank you for listening to your conscious mind and really being present here now. Your subconscious mind is that part of you from the moment you were conceived to present time that has recorded every moment that you have been alive. And it is includes all the limiting, excuse me, all the limiting beliefs and all the emotions that need to be cleared in order for you to really thrive. Because where this, and we're going to do this very shortly, where you get stuck is that subconscious mind. And then you have your superconscious mind, which is your soul, what I call your higher self, and I'll go into that a little bit more shortly, and the universe and God, angels, whatever you choose to call it. So, next. So, your subconscious mind not only includes this lifetime, those limiting beliefs and emotions from this lifetime, but it also includes your past lives and your ancestral trauma. So, you could be absorbing limiting beliefs and emotions from other lifetimes and from your ancestors. And in my program, that's what we do also. We do that soul level clearing so that you are creating your soul aligned business, increasing your income as you attract and become more magnetic to the clients you're meant to serve. And you can go to the next slide. So I love to do this little thing where now your subconscious mind is actually when you have those limiting beliefs, when you have the emotions, when you are acting in ways that, like, either you go totally unconscious or you're like, why did I do that? And you become aware, but you're like, you're in those same patterns. That's your subconscious mind. So put in the chat. Is your subconscious mind running the show 25% of the time, 50% of the time, 95% of the time, or 75% of the time? So we have 95, we have 95. Who else would like to venture a guess? I know sometimes people say 75, 50, and the truth of it, the matter is, da 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 da, Pam says 75. Okay, you can go to the next slide. The truth of the matter is 95% of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are unconscious and in your subconscious mind. And if this helps you understand why mindset and clearing matter so much, type a yes in the chat. All right, good. So crucial, so important. Great. Next. So, your superconscious mind, like I said before, is your higher self, your soul, universe, God, angels, higher power, guides, etc. Let me describe what your higher self is, because in there are different definitions of higher self depending on the methodology. The way that I use higher self, because it's very much a part of the program that I teach, is it is you in this lifetime, but in your future. It's your future enlightened self, where your soul has had many lifetimes. Your higher self is unique to you. And so in my program, we work a lot with both the higher self and your soul. Like, for example, I have a client named, I'll call her Tara, and Tara has worked with both higher self and soul. And what she discovered was, as she worked with them, is her higher self comes in with a very nurturing, feminine, loving, present, unconditional presence. And her soul, when she connects with her soul comes in and she feels this strength, like a more masculine, unconditionally loving, but more masculine, more really confident, solid, in a very different kind of energy. And both of them are loving. They're just feeling different. One feels more feminine, one feels more masculine. And it's really powerful to be able to call on all these different aspects of our superconscious mind in order to transform your mindset, in order to transform your life and your business. And that is a crucial difference in my program, is that we're working with all of these aspects. And I see Anna says, I love that you include soul level clearing. Very cool. Yep. That's what I'm all about. Okay, next. So I'm going to define your soul more clearly. The way that I define your soul is the core energy essence of who you are. You come into this lifetime having the certain abilities and skills, and even though you may not always have them developed yet, and part of your journey in this lifetime is to keep honing them and to keep to honor them, to own them, to really move more and more into those skills and gifts, because they are what will help you move forward in your life purpose and your mission. And there are the characteristics like those are the soul qualities of spiritual growth that from many of you, I believe most of you, if not all of you, probably all of you, are advanced souls. And so you've had many a lifetime where you've developed compassion and even in your experiences in this lifetime have all helped you develop that compassion and the kindness and that feeling of how much you want to make a difference. And if that resonates with you, type a yes in the chat. Yes, I see we have the yeses coming in. Excellent. And you can go next. So, your soul, when you embody your soul, you experience being confident and clear, and you're empowered to take that consistent action. You know your unique wisdom and you share your gifts. And again, I want to remind you, this is the journey. This is the journey. This is the journey I work with my clients, and this is the journey of your life. Okay, so just know that this is part of the journey because I also believe that we are here to embody our souls, which is actually our higher self in this lifetime, and harmony in your relationships. When you embody your soul, there's more harmony in your relationships. And you feel that purpose, the passion, the freedom, and the fulfillment in your life. And it's being able to effortlessly tap into your intuition and then take that inspired action. It's the ability to easily manifest your heart's desires and to live in that state of abundance and gratitude. And it's understanding and having the insight into your soul's lessons, the things that you've needed to learn in this lifetime, and the contracts, and empowering you to navigate your life with greater clarity and purpose. And that's what we do. Like I do journeys in my programs where you are able to tap in more to your life purpose, your life lessons, and your soul contracts. And if you are ready to embody your soul more, type a yes in the chat. And we got the yeses coming in. All right. Definitely yes. Okay. You can go to the next slide. So, what is the soul advantage? The soul advantage is mindset, strategy, and structure. So, what it is you, when you have the mindset, and I put deliberately mindset at the top of the pyramid because mindset is really the pinnacle of everything you're doing. You can have the strategy, you can have the structure. And what in my program, we combine all of it so that you have everything that you need to move forward for a thriving business. But if you don't have that mindset, the rest it just won't work. It won't work. And I have watched my clients shift and change as they are able to shift their ability to transform themselves and their lives and their clients' lives as we help them to get the mindset, the strategy, and the structure. And we hear Marianne Anna says, truth. Yep, truth. That's right. Okay, next. Okay, thanks. So, why do most holistic practitioners stay stuck? Most are staying stuck because if you are spending your time overthinking, doubting your intuition, or other sabotaging behaviors, you'll stay stuck. Or if you feel invisible or not good enough or disconnected from who you really are, which is your soul, you'll that will contribute to feeling stuck. Or if you're going and you're doing too much without a clear direction, that you don't have a clear target market or niche, or you're not clear on your messaging or marketing. And a lot of what we do in the program is really help you get to the soul alignment, what your soul is calling you to do, not just from the head. Because I will tell you, if it's coming from your head, there's going to be a misalignment. And so it's about going deeper from that deeper place. Or if you're not sure how to move forward confidently or and put together a program that includes all your gifts. Because I've had clients that have come to me and they do this and they do that, and they're doing all different services, but they're not putting all their gifts into one program. And in the work that we do together, we help you bring it all together, because I really believe you were given, God gave you the gifts, all the gifts, to be able to share with the people you're meant to serve. And then being able to create that consistent income. So whether you're one-to-one coaching or one-to-many, it's about having a strong soul-aligned program to attract your high-ticket clients rather than just doing individual sessions. And that makes a huge difference. And I've seen so many women, amazing women, stuck in the same loop, passionate and talented, but they're not feeling like they're moving forward the way they want. And it's not because they're working hard. It's not like they're working hard, but it's because they're missing the soul aligned confidence, clarity, and consistency. And that's why I created my 3 C's as part of the Soul Advantage framework, because I know. So if you're ready to stop repeating these patterns and you're ready to start moving forward with clarity and confidence, type "I'm ready" in the chat. And we got the "I'm ready's" coming in. Congratulations. All right. Nice. All right. You're all ready. That's what I love to hear. Okay. Go to the next slide. So let's talk about ways sabotage will show up to block your success. So some of you may, and before I go into that, I see Anna says having that solo line program to attract high ticket clients. So huge. Yeah, thank you. And sabotage shows up and blocks your success through procrastination, through confusion, through fear about your visibility, fear of failure or fear of success, not feeling worthy or deserving of charging money, or it's not spiritual to charge for your gifts, or you're not feeling confident and you may feel like that imposter, or you're not feeling capable, or you're not charging enough money. And if any of those are resonating, we're going to do, you can go to the next slide, we're going to do a sentence completion. And so get a pen, paper, and what I want you to do is to fill this sentence out. No thinking aloud. This is about you breathing and allowing the energy to flow so that it comes from your subconscious mind to understand the way you're sabotaging your success. A way I sabotage my success is, and allow yourself to take some time, and I'll be quiet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stop the recording so that we can talk about it a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to pause the recording. Okay. And what I love to hear, hi everyone, I'm from Colombia. Welcome. Welcome. And what I love to hear is, um, and here's the thing, you know the cause, and thank you all for sharing. And once you know the cause, then you can start doing the clearing work. But I will tell you this, as human beings, you may not be able to get at the whole cause. What we were just doing, Dina, is we were just going over ways that each of us can sabotage, how you can all sabotage your success. And again, once you know, then you can work on it. But what happens is you may not know, you may get a conscious glimpse or some kind of glimpse from your subconscious mind, but it's really hard for you to know the whole cause. And again, that's why in my program, we work on uncovering and understanding the causes that would sabotage your success and then help you to work through them in using a variety of modalities like somatic work, hypnosis, energy clearing, and those different kinds of methods. And what I'd love to find out from all of you is I'd love to hear that what is it that you feel, and here's the thing, I'm going to share with you my uh my gift now, and then I'm hoping that most of you will be able to stay for the rest. I always like to give a lot, and I'm hoping that you can stay and share, and learn more about the rest of the framework that we're talking about. But I'd love to find out, to put in the chat, your biggest takeaways so far. What are your biggest takeaways so far? And like I said, we'll continue to talk more about the confidence, the clarity, and the clients. The subconscious mind being where we tend to get stuck. Thank you, Genevieve. Yeah. And my biggest takeaways are how important it is to have a soul aligned brand. Thank you. Anybody else? Wayfinders need wayfinders. Yeah, that is so true. That's why we're all connected. We need each other and we're here to support each other. Yeah. And I'm here to support the people that are really meant to go out and do your work in a bigger way. The teachers, the leaders, the healers that you all are. And Melissa says combining practical conscious level business strategies with subconscious and superconscious level soul alignment from the universe. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. And Pam says, I am more clear on my superconscious mind, but not my subconscious mind. Okay. Thank you, Pam. All right. So what I'd like to share is a story from one of my clients. And Dee is an RN, a Reiki master, and the owner of West Door Yoga. And when I first met Dee, she felt lost and unsupported. She wanted to grow her business in an authentic way, but didn't know how or what was next for her. And she had trouble setting boundaries with her clients and her family. She wasn't feeling confident in herself and her business. And so I took her through my 5 step soul advantage system, and she built up her inner knowing. And she began to value herself in new ways and gain confidence and courage to grow her business. She began saying no and setting limits and boundaries with her clients and family. And as a result of our work together, she developed a program called Burnout is Real for professionals experiencing burnout. And then she began enrolling clients in her Burnout is Real program. And she watched as her business began to grow and she started getting more clients. And then she even opened up her own yoga studio. And within 6 months, only after 6 months, she won Best Yoga Studio of Long Island. So, who here, if you're ready to grow or start your business, put a yes in the chat. If you're ready to create more income, put a yes in the chat. And if you're ready to make a bigger difference with more people, put a yes in the chat. Your business will only grow as much as you're willing to grow. If your personal growth does not keep up with your business, it will either start to flatline or go backwards. Or you'll never build it, and that's where I come in. And that's what I'm here to teach you with the Soul Advantage system. You'll feel more confident to make decisions and take inspired action. You'll learn how to get consistent, sustainable results and powerful breakthroughs with a proven system. And you'll learn how to tap into your intuition so that you can be the authentic leader that you are and listen to your intuition so that you can listen, live, and lead from it. And you will learn what you need to do to grow your business, the business your heart and soul are calling you to build. So you will learn the strategy and the structure that you need to grow your business to the next level. Or if you're ready to start your business, or if you're a licensed professional and you're ready to pivot or add to your practice of business, you'll learn how to take it to the next levels. I am committed to help as many of you coaches, therapists, mentors as I possibly can so that you can grow your business, make a bigger difference, and build a business that doesn't take over your life but enhances it. And I'm committed to help you take your business and yourself to your next levels of income, intuition, and impact. And as a way to honor the parts of you that absolutely know that you are here to build a holistic business that aligns with your soul's mission, I've set up some slots in my schedule, and I'd like to invite you to a 30-minute business accelerator session. Excuse me. And during the business accelerator session, we will help you focus on those clarity on your vision and your goals. And we'll create an individualized business plan, success plan, whether you're just starting a business or ready to grow it and take it to another level. You'll gain awareness of the number one block that you have to fulfilling this plan. And then you'll learn what the next step is so that you can manifest your vision. And if it's a fit, I'll share the program that I have that would work best for you. So, Allie, please put the link to my Business Accelerator session in the chat. Okay. So now we're going to continue on with and I know we're going over, is everybody able to stay a little while longer? Okay, cool. All right. Because I want you to get the rest. Okay, Allie, you can start the next slide. And as I said, you can go to the next one. That was really about once you know, then you can clear. So the three C's framework. There's a real interconnection between the confidence, your clarity, and your consistency. And what happens, these are foundational energies for an aligned, successful business. And we're going to go through each one today. So you will learn more about how each of them fits into your a successful, thriving, holistic business. And you'll also learn more of how it fits into your soul aligned confidence and being able to grow that soul aligned business. Next slide. So confidence, let's talk confidence. Confidence really is about embodied trust. It's when you've been able to release that self-doubt, that fear of visibility, you're able to own your worth and unique gifts. And what happens when you have that confidence, you're magnetic to your soul aligned clients. And your clients are like, yes, I want to work with you. And so that's really important is being able to be in that place of soul aligned confidence, because that's what we're all about, is that soul alignment. And if you're ready for soul aligned confidence, or that's where you are ready to move towards, put I'm ready in the chat. All right, we got the readies coming in. And when you trust yourself, you can make decisions with clarity. And that's our next C. You can go to the next slide. So, clarity is really about aligning your energy and your actions. And it's really about having that soul led direction. You stop second guessing yourself because you know intuitively you are connected with your soul and your soul is guiding you on this path. You make those intuitive, aligned decisions and you move forward with ease and flow. And what happens is when you're unclear and not aligned, you may move forward, but you may travel in circles and go around. I call it spinning. How many of you know have ever get the spins? And it's not like I never get spins, but you know what I'm talking about. And you're like spinning around and you don't have the clarity. You may have the confusion. All right. Yes, you all know what I'm talking about. Okay. So really, it's what happens when clarity meets consistency. Yeah, okay. Yama likes that. All right. When clarity meets confidence, what happens is consistency. And you can go to the next slide, and I'm going to share with you, Wendy. My Wendy and I came to me when Wendy came to me, she had just left her position as a social worker and she felt lost and not sure what was next for her. But she wanted to find her life purpose and begin doing it, making money by serving. She was able to clear. I got to take another drink. My throat is. She was able, as our work together, she was able to clear and connect more deeply with her soul and her purpose. And she was able to identify a clear target market. And while working together, she developed her happiness blueprint system. She developed the confidence and clarity she needed to do. And she developed the consistency because of it. And what happened, she now has a successful coaching practice with her happiness blueprint system and is making money and loving and living her mission. And so what happens is with consistency, you're able to show up with purpose. Consistency is equals aligned action. You are able to create a structure that supports your freedom. You take small aligned steps which equal big impact. And what happens as you do that consistency, you build a level of trust as you create more visibility and you work on your momentum. And that is what the trust is all about. How many of you know, put a yes in the chat, the know, like, trust factor. And that's what consistency is about. It's having that know, like, trust factor so that you are consistently showing up and your clients get to see that. Or potential clients. And that's what it's all about. So consistency is really, it's about a rhythm, it's about alignment, it's about having the structure and the systems that support you. It's clearing the mindset that blocks you and having the trust, building your trust so that your audience really starts saying, I trust this person. And and I also want you to know the universe and your soul loves reliability. So definitely. And if you're ready to show up consistently for the business your soul is asking you to build, type I'm ready in the chat. All right, we got the I'm ready's coming in. Yay. Okay. So the soul advantage in action. You can go to the next slide. The soul advantage in action is really when you embody the three C's, you're attracting your aligned clients, you're growing consistent income, and you're creating a business that lights you up. And what happens is your energy changes, your actions, your ability to get those aligned results happen. And that's when your business becomes more joyful, more prosperous, and deeply fulfilling. And if this is the kind of business you want, aligned, abundant, and fulfilling, type a yes in the chat. And we got the yeses coming in. All right. And so, next slide. Let's bring it all together. The triangle, another triangle, even though it's not on there, but it's bringing it all together, is that mindset, the strategy, and the structure equals soul aligned success. And soul aligned success means that you are functioning with confidence, clarity, and consistency in all areas, in every way in your business. And when stuff comes up, you work through it. Look, I just all want you to know it's part of being an entrepreneur. You will definitely have your stuff come up, but the most important thing is that you keep working through it. And again, that's where I come in to help you, to support you, to have it. So, if you're ready to stop trying and figuring this out alone, and you want support for your next level, type "I'm ready" in the chat. All right, we got the readies coming in. And Anna or Allie, could you put the link to the Business Accelerator session again in the chat for anybody who needs it? And I am looking forward to connecting with each of you individually so that we can really help you get that individualized business success plan and really help you to learn what your block is that would keep you from moving forward and how I could support you further. So, I'm wondering if there are any questions before we end. Any, Pam?
One of my biggest things with Jin Jitsu is people don't understand it.
Okay.
And it's consistent. Like it's something that has been, I don't know how to explain it, but it's something that has been an issue ever since I've been doing it for like 40 years.
Okay.
And some people like it and will follow through, and other people, the thing is, they have to be, the best way is for them to, you're ultimately your own self-responsibility, and the best way is for them to be working, doing self-help. I give them, and a lot of people don't. They want me to fix them.
You can only do so much. Okay.
The business, as part of my business issue of attracting clients is having people understand what it is, or believing
so
what I
your
say, what it does. Pardon?
All right. So Pam, your job would be, and if we were to work together, your job would be to make it so clear what it is that you do, those results that you give them, so that you can then make it clear for them so they're like, yes, I want that. Does that make sense?
Yes, I do that, but I don't think they believe it.
Well, that's part of that. Remember, part of it is the consistency,
Yeah.
and that's your job, is to develop the trust with the people, and that's another piece. Yes, Melissa, communicating the result rather than the method. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's your job is to, when you show up from that soul alignment, it's developing that know, like, trust factor.
Mm.
That's part of your job as the practitioner. And then it's also like in the program that I have, we work on also helping you get really clear what type of client you want.
Mhm.
Because it's not just about you being the no like, but you want to make sure that you're creating and attracting clients that resonate, on that soul level, and who are willing to do the work or willing to show up, that kind of thing. That's a soul aligned client. That makes sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you, Pam. Anybody else want to ask any questions? Okay. Well, I want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming. And again, put the link to the Business Accelerator session in the chat. And I look forward to connecting with all of you. And I hope you have a great day ahead. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. That was a great session.
Thank you.
Mhm. Take care.
Bye.